Hello, welcome to Pod In. In this episode, we will tell a Rapunzel story. Once upon a time, a couple lived in a faraway land. They lived a very lonely life, and their only desire was to have a baby. The house next to theirs had a beautiful garden with lots of fresh fruits, vegetables, herbs, and flowers. The garden belonged to a witch, and no one ever dared to enter that garden. One day, the woman saw a beautiful plant called rampion, which was used to make salad, in that garden. She then expressed her desire to make some salad for herself from that plant to her husband. Later that night, her husband sneaked into the garden and got some rampions for her wife. After some time, there was a loud knock on the door. As soon as the husband opened the door, he saw the evil witch standing there. "Oh, human! How dare you sneak into my garden and steal those rampions like a thief? No one has ever dared to do that, and I'll make sure that you suffer for this," said the witch angrily. The husband, terrified, started asking for forgiveness from the witch. "I'm so sorry, but my wife wanted to have rampions, and I couldn't say no to her," said the husband. "Oh!" exclaimed the witch and continued, "Well, in that case, I'll let you and your wife have all the rampions in my garden, but on one condition." "What condition?" exclaimed the couple. "You'll have to give me the child that your wife delivers," said the witch and left.
The couple tried begging for her forgiveness, but the witch was gone. A few months later, the couple gave birth of a beautiful little girl with golden hair. The same night, the witch came to their place and took away their daughter. "Oh my God, you are so beautiful! Let me name you Rapunzel," said the witch, took Rapunzel to a tower with no doors, and locked her up there. After a few years, Rapunzel grew up into the most beautiful young girl with blonde, long hair. However, she was still stuck in the tower, all lonely and miserable. She often sang sad songs by the window to curb her loneliness. Every time the witch visited her, she said, "Rapunzel, let down your hair." And Rapunzel used to let down her hair, and the witch used to climb up with the help of her hair. One day, a young prince was passing through the forest nearby when he heard Rapunzel's sweet voice singing a song. "What a beautiful voice!" exclaimed the prince. "Who is singing this beautifully in the middle of this forest?"
Curiously, he followed the voice when he came across the tower, in which Rapunzel was locked. "What a strange tower! Why are there no doors in this tower? How am I supposed to know who this beautiful voice belonged to?" thought the prince to himself. Suddenly, he saw someone coming and hide behind a nearby tree. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," said the witch and climbed up. Now the prince knew what to do. As soon as the evil witch left, the prince tried repeating the same things. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," said the prince, and Rapunzel let down her hair. The prince climbed upstairs and was stunned by Rapunzel's beauty. "Who are you?" asked Rapunzel. "Oh, my lady, you are the girl I have heard, and I have lost my heart to you. Will you marry me and live with me in my kingdom?" I am a prince from the land next to the forest, said the prince. Oh, my prince, I would love to do that, but I am afraid that the witch won't let me go out of this tower, and if she comes to know about this, she will kill you, said Rapunzel sadly. It's okay, I'll think of a way to let you out and come back again tomorrow, said the prince and left.
Meanwhile, the witch was watching all this. She immediately climbed up the tower and got angry at Rapunzel. You are ungrateful! How could you even think of betraying me? You will have to pay for this, said the witch angrily. She cut Rapunzel's long beautiful hair and cast a spell on her, which left her in the middle of the desert. The next day, when the prince came, he found the witch waiting for him at the tower. She immediately cast a spell on the prince, which made him blind and left him in a desert forest. After wandering and living in misery for many years, the prince finally came to a desert where he heard a similar voice singing. That voice! Exclaimed the prince. I know that voice. That's my Rapunzel voice. Where are you, my Rapunzel? He slowly approached the voice, and as soon as Rapunzel saw him, she said, Oh, my prince, you finally found me. This is truly magical. I'm so happy that I cannot stop crying. As she said this, she hugged the prince in happiness, and a few of her tears fell into the prince's eyes, and he got his eyesight back. I can see again, oh my Rapunzel. You have saved us. Let's go back to our kingdom, said the prince, and both went to the kingdom near the forest and lived happily ever after. That's all for this episode. Thank you for listening this podcast and have a nice day.